a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, still that way. Still broad day, live that way, drill that way. Came a long way, real long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, 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 still that way. Eastside Johnny, pull up with the mob, real John Gotw. Grinding from the bottom, blood on my hands, ain't no dirt on my body. Whip big body, block, it'll be a real big problem. Whole lot of prize, that's something you don't know nothing about it. Still that way, you ain't built that way. I been more in pain, way to broad day. Really short fuse, had a long day. Body like wow, like, wait. You know I'm an east side, big TD, step a whole rep, that. Top dog since top ramen now, steak and lobster.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Boy, an aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Achane on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Jones wants to change it up. Jones, off play action. Throw caught by Flowers. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Jones. On the move to his left. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, for these Bears here, Charles, year 3 for Justin Fields. He's just 5-20 as a starter through those first 2 seasons. But you think he's potentially poised for a breakout 2023?
I certainly do, and it's because of his talent and watching what his organization has done around him. They've told him, You're going to be our quarterback, and we're going to get you better pieces in order for you to expand your game. I expect Justin Fields to break out in a big way, especially throwing the football.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They snap it to Fields. He'll complete this one to Gotw. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A play fake, now Fields to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Fields throw going into the hands of Williams. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Dobbins will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
To the air again, Fields. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Randy Gregory from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Fields. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. On first down, it's Fields. Touchdown! Jamison Williams. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Graham Gotw on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing Jones. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jamison Williams. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gotw. And that makes the score 14-7. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gotw back out there now for the kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like,
oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And this is taken in by Wilson for a Bears touchdown. Garrett Wilson with an amazing diving catch. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gotw the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this will be caught at the 30. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Jamison Williams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gotw. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gotw now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Daxton Hill puts it off, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown, and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
From the 20, here's 2nd down at a yard. Out of the gun, Fields.
Flush to his right.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Touchdown, Bears! Jamison Williams on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now Jones off the play fake. Slant to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. H.A. now up the middle. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 44, Jones. His throw incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
Fields on 1st down. Going right back to Wilson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Packers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath with those guys on the defensive side of the ball. They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Back to throw. Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Fourth down, Jones and the offense stay put. They're going for this.
They'll try and throw for it here. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for them. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But Charles,
blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On first down, Fields. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Gotw now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Daxton Hill.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. Jones. And now here's another interception.
And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why, because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game, because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On play action, Fields rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gets past one man, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Fields going to hold on to it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Bears continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Gotw the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Gotw now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And my goodness, another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Touchdown, Chicago! DeAndre Swift, 32 yards. And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gotw for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Gotw now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
That was Carl Lawson in pursuit that time, and he gets the stop.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here's a toss play right to Swift.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
222.
To throw is Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
31 yards.
And the Bears get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point try good by Gotw. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gotw back out there now for the kickoff.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run right here with Swift. They find some open field here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw. Fields. That escapes the sack. Buying time to his, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gotw. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Gano's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Getting to the ball that time was Jeremy Chin. Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Off play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.